Hey everybody, FunshionX here. Welcome back to The Grim Life by Grimcore. This is going to be the last video from single player that I have planned because Grimcore has announced that the full version, the release version, is coming out this week, the end of the week, and so we'll be switching over to the server. I'll keep this world just in case for some reason that server play doesn't work out, but I am planning to do a lot of collaboration with Esk, yeah, a lot of other things on the server. So it doesn't make sense to keep playing this world because it's A, single player, and B, the pack has changed so much from the version I'm playing that it's hard to just update it because so many things would disappear and change and wouldn't be balanced anymore. So there are a billion mobs running around outside. Let's do what I first promised to do, which was enchant this bow that we got last time. I went and got all the bookcases and stuff. Obviously, I could have gone into Botania and gotten those mana crystals to act as bookshelves. But for right now, let's go ahead and update this thing. We can see we got power 4. Let's see if we get anything else. Maybe infinity, maybe something like punch, fiery, something. I don't know what we get. Unbreaking 3, power 4, flame. Okay, that is a nice bow. I'm pretty happy with that. We don't get infinity, so we'd have to try and get that on a book, I guess, to give it infinity. But still, if you cheese the mob like we did last time, you know, got Totemic in the pack, so just kill that guy, you've got his bow. It's a really nice bow. Durability is 576. Can we compare that to a vanilla bow? 384. So just durability alone to begin with is higher, plus I've got Unbreaking 3 on it. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Let's see if we can take out some of these guys. He just opened the gate. What was that? I must have right-clicked when I went to draw my bow back. But yeah, we're one-shotting all these guys with power. Oh crap, they're coming in. I think I left the other gate open. Yep, I did. He was smarter than that. But yeah, flame power 4. This is an amazing bow. All right, so next, what can we do before we end this? I don't want to do auto jump here. I've got a ton of stone, oak wood, some glass bricks, and oak saplings. That's all stuff that this guy's going to want to get more Harvest Festival blueprints. I've got the park where let's get the blacksmith going, and maybe we can get the cafe as well. And I can show you what you can get for those, because those are things that are still in the pack, so it's valid to show you guys that as far as what you can use those for. Let's just wait a few more minutes for these guys to start burning. It's fall, so obviously daytime starts later. I think it's like 7:30. Once you get to winter, it's even worse. The daytimes are really short. So things I advise once you get to winter, make sure you have a good food supply because it's not going to grow, at least the Harvest Festival stuff. Go mining. Just do tons of mining trips, including vanilla mining, but also in the Harvest Festival mine that we started. You know, get as far as there and upgrade your tools and everything. Also, when it's raining or snowing, the mine colony guys, they don't work. They go on strike. They don't do anything. So winter is not a good time to do that. Summer is your best time to do your mine colonies buildings and upgrade those because your builders are more likely to work. We've tested on the server a bunch of methods of getting rid of rain, and none of them work. Harvest Festival overrules all, you know, dancing for the ceremony and the iodine capsule and everything else. It's pretty much all overruled by Harvest Festivals. So, dude, come on. Trying to make a video here. Did I ever show you guys I made the fish tank? Yeah, I think I did. But yeah, jump in there if you need to cool off. I think you probably need to stay in there a little bit longer than I just did to actually have a full effect, but it's okay. We'll be losing the heat mod anyway. Won't matter. Soon enough. Okay, so he's awake. He should be Sunday to Friday. Of course, it's Saturday. So he's not going to be open. He will not be giving us any blueprints today, but he still should work on our park. So let's go put the park maybe back here in the trees a little bit. You can see it's a really big thing. Maybe something like right here. But yeah, it's a very large schematic. You want to make sure the ground is relatively flat because he will not like chop stuff down. So all this is he's just going to leave there. It's going to look a little weird. I'll have to cut it out myself. So maybe we'll move it to a flatter area. Maybe right here. How's that look? That's looking better. Yeah? Yeah, okay. Shift clicked, put it in there, and And where'd you go? I thought I saw you teleport over here, but I don't see him now. Get that water bottle drunk. You can see the things we planted. I moved my sprinklers over here on the carrots. We've got all the other stuff here. It's being nice and watered by the rain. Remember, if you use the sprinklers, you lose. So instead of 8 harvests per pack, you get only, or instead of 9, you get only 8. These I'll try to keep watered manually. My wheat has fully grown now, and when we harvest that, it's just vanilla wheat. There's nothing different about it for Harvest Festival, and that's what reason why vanilla crops are nerfed, is because you could just do this. And you can see I broke that one and nothing happened. That was interesting. Why did that happen? Well, wheat requires the sickle to break, and I think my sickle actually broke. So I can't use it to harvest the rest of this wheat. I need the blacksmith to repair it for me. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to get him, but of course Ulif is not going to work today. Is he actually building the park? Is he over there doing something? Is he some? Yeah, there he is. He's kind of doing something over there. There he goes. I think he's like filling in holes maybe, and cleaning off grass. I don't know why he's going that far out. That's kind of weird. But yeah, he'll get that done today, and then hopefully tomorrow we can buy more patterns from him, and that'll be all good. Now the other thing I started doing, if you look over there, is no longer peanuts. I've got plenty of peanut butter to last me through the winter, so I didn't worry about that anymore. I've started planting hemp. Actually, I've still got a few peanuts in the middle, but I've started planting the hemp seeds from an Immersive Engineering. And we'll show you why in a little bit. Let me harvest some of the sugar. Sandwich is maybe not the best way to go now, because sugar takes so long to grow that I like immediately eat all the sandwiches as soon as I make the jelly. So unless you have a ton of sugar cane growing, maybe like three plots full, it's gonna be challenging. All right, so again, this is the Immersive Engineering hemp. Once it's grown to the top, you can actually break the entire plant. That'll give you 2 seeds and 2 hemp, so you can, if you want to make, spread, or you can just break the top. It'll grow back a lot faster, but you only get 1 hemp and 1 seed. So up to you whether you want to like get double the seeds so you can grow it faster, so you can expand faster but grow your hemp slower, or just harvest the top. All right, so that's good to go there. Hello, Mr. Zombie. Let me just one-shot him. All right, so what is hemp used for? Hemp is used, and also obviously in Immersive Engineering, or is it Immersive? Yeah, Immersive Engineering, okay. But it's also used in a mod called Better with Mods. And this is actually a successor to Better with Wolves and has a lot of the same stuff. If we look at it, you've got things like your millstone and your crucible, and your gearboxes and your axles. Pretty much all that stuff is from Better with Wolves. That's now called Better with Mods. There we go. So at the very beginning, we need this millstone. And that's just stone with a wooden gear. So let's get a wooden gear here. This is going to be very useful in the new pack that Grimm's making. You're going to have to go into Better with Mods if you wanted to get to technology. So better learn how it works. But all right, so we've got the millstone. And let's just put that down in the middle of the floor right here. And in here, you can grind up stuff. And one of the first things you want to do is grind up the hemp that you harvest. But you don't have any machine to turn this thing, so you've got to turn it by hand. And that's where the hand crank comes into play. Stick, cobble, and gear. So we'll get one of those. And this needs to be put anywhere, either on top or bottom, whatever, around this thing. I usually just put it on top. And now I can just right-click it. It'll spin for a while and then come back. Right-click it again. Spins for a while, and you can hear that millstone working. It takes about 4 or 5 clicks of this to process one. So it's going to be a pretty slow process. Yeah, there we go. So we did one thing. We've got 3 hemp fibers. If you remember, I found a few chests that had some nice stuff in them, and one of the really nice stuff was all this tough fabric, which I can use to make the Better with Mods windmill. And you need 4 of these blades. No, to make the first windmill, you need 4. This one does not work in the rain. It'll break. It also does not work in the nether, and as far as I know, it does not work underground. So if you want any of those conditions, you want to build this vertical, which is a lot. It takes twice as much materials, but you can go with a regular windmill if you're going to be just above ground in the summertime where it's not raining. All right, so that's going to take 4 of those, which takes 6 of those each. So 24 tough fabric we're looking at, and each tough fabric is 8 hemp fibers. So do the math on that. It's a lot. 4 stacks for one. It's like 16. No, can't be 16 stacks. That seems way too many. But if we get 3 each time we click it 5 times, you can see that's going to take a long time. So what we can do is hook up a series of gearboxes and axles that'll allow us one hand crank to work multiple mills at the same time. I mean, obviously you could make a bunch of mills, put them kind of next to each other and put a hand crank on one. But if you try and use a hand crank touching 2 or more mills, it'll break and just turn into like a gear. So you can't do that, but you can have a separate hand crank per millstone, or you can use the gearboxes and axles. Now the axles themselves take this hemp rope, which is 6 strings, so you're going to have to start with that to get going. But let's do that. Let's get a gearbox or 2 made. Those are wooden gears, wood, gold nuggets, and redstone. We happen to be getting a lot of gold nuggets, and I think these will work. Let's just go ahead and turn all of them into this if they will. Yeah, they will. So we've got 6 of those. Gonna need more of that. And what was the other stuff? Oh, more gears. We're gonna have a recipe later on that allows us to make gears much easier. But for now, this is what we're stuck with. 32 gears. Might as well make a bunch. Alright, so get a bunch of gears. 6 gearboxes. Sure. Alright, so now we're going to need a lot more room. So let's take this downstairs. I've got to clean out a bit of the inventory here. Mostly just armor. I've got inventory problems all over the place. So in that case, let's... No, not the pickaxe. I need that pickaxe, thank you. Let's just throw this on the floor. Get rid of a few junk items. Need you. And we'll head on downstairs. Actually, let's make another mill. The whole point of this was to run multiple mills, right? So we've got plenty of gears. We've got the stone, yeah. So let's get some more mills. Let's just run 4 for now, because I don't want to use up all my stone that I just crafted. Head on down here. Alright, do we have enough space back here? I think we do. Might need to get a little bit taller. Alright, here's how these gearboxes work. They have an input, 1 input, and what, 5 outputs? And the input is based on this little arrow here. And if you want to switch inputs, you use an empty hand, which means I'm going to need space. Go over here, marble. And you can shift right click and it'll spin this thing around. But that's your input. So what we'll do is actually raise this. So put a little bit more room. Do I have a shovel out? Alright, we'll be getting a few mobs to kill. Yeah, I knew you were coming. Get out of here. Alright. So what we'll do is we'll have one of these right here, and right here. And then coming out of them, we'll have our axles, which I need to actually craft. That would help, right? I only made 1 right now. Oops, need to go with this recipe. It's a little more expensive. That will come out of here. No, not that way. I think you can actually rotate it. Yeah, there we go. So that's the input, that's the output. We'll put it right into a millstone. Now, can I just put my hand crank, this question I have, right there? No, it has to be on something. So torch, you need to move. And let's put some cobble down. Alright, so that is now, I believe, spinning this gear, or this gearbox will spin the axle, which will spin the millstone, I think. Maybe? Yeah, it is working. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is this will expand, so right now I only have one, but as soon as I get six string, I'll make another, I'm going to make 2 more axles, right? One to get there, and then one to come down here. And we'll be operating 4 mills at a time. Ah, go away. Now the rules on these on the axles, you can only ever have 3 axles in a row before you have to have another gearbox. And you can't turn a corner. You have to use a gearbox in between any corners. And the gearboxes themselves can only output to an axle. So you kind of have to do this gearbox axle way like that to make this work. But that'll work great. So let me just keep clicking this thing a few times. Oops, that's not what I want to do. And once we have enough axles to run all 4, we'll be back. Just a sec, guys. Okay, guys, I've ground enough hemp to have all the axles and gearboxes set up. So now we have 4 full mills running every time I click this guy. And the string is going to come on a lot faster. So it's a little bit of an investment to get going because you are throwing, 6 string at every single axle here. But it's going to make a difference when you're making, 6, 7, 8 stacks of this string to get going on your first windmill. So, yeah. The other thing is it does just throw it, out onto the ground. So you might want to invest something in like a hopper hawk or vanilla hoppers or, whatever you can get, something that will suck in items that just get thrown all over the place. Maybe just a simple water channel into a vanilla hopper would be sufficient, but you can see they do just kind of throw their items anywhere they feel like on the ground. But yeah, if you haul it out under them, put cobble on both sides, then it would fall down below, go into a water stream, into a hopper, into a chest. That's probably your best bet. I won't worry about setting all that system up right now since we are just limited with how much we're going to play with this. Okay, so I'm running out of food again. And let's go upstairs, see if the mobs are dying, see how he's doing on the park, and if he's ready to sell us some more schematics. Really quick first, if the mobs are mostly dead, looks like a lot of them are. Or no, they've just gone over here to play. There they all are. Come on, guys. Come on over here. Killing area. Yeah, you dead. I ain't scared of you. If you guys are planning on joining the public server when it comes out at the end of the week, you probably, good advice is to put as many points in defense as you can because these mobs hit pretty hard. And obviously they're not going to have the armor like this because Mechanism's not in, but the Minotauruses and it's stuff that's not zombies that's really dangerous. That can kill you really easy. So having all those points in defense, having enchanted armor is also really good, and it'll keep you off the top of the death counter. But if Twisted and Mama Jamma are playing, then you won't have to worry anyway. And Matakari, because they'll be up in the hundreds. Anyway, Cauldron, better with mods. Let's look at that thing. This thing is either iron or copper with a water bucket and a bone, so really easy to make. If you then put fire under it, remember your initial settlement starts you with a piece of netherrack. You can put this on top of it, and it is a furnace that cooks without anything. So, does it cook cobble? I don't think it cooks cobble. I think it cooks like food items only. So if you put any food in here, it will cook it. I don't think it'll cook flesh. Oh yeah, it will cook flesh. What's this going to turn into? It's going to turn into tallow. Oh, okay. Well, I don't really care about that. But it's useful for all your meats and especially for your bread to cook it without having... I cook flour. I don't know if you can see this, but I cook flour directly. Yeah, there's flour directly into bread. You don't have to go through the dough. We don't have Pams anyway, but that's pretty nice to go right from flour to bread, so 1 wheat equals 1 bread now, which is good. Alright, we should be able to craft a few more of these apple jelly sandwiches. Been eating cucumber salad as well. Let's ditch some of this armor again. Just filling up my inventory along with those. I don't really need to do any chance anymore. Let's go check on his progress with the park. It's raining again, so I don't have to worry about watering any plants. Oh, I'm glad that you guys all just jumped into there off of Yeah, that's nice. I know you build this nice park for me, dude, but I'm going to be tearing a bit down because I don't want mobs jumping in here. So let's just get rid of a few little items here. All his hard work. And this is the guy that spawns here. His name is, what? Johan? And he can trade. On the server, there's going to be a lot more trades available. Like, you can get, like, ender pearls. You know, if there's things like you're just having a really hard time finding. Slime balls, ender pearls, things like that. Come to Johan and see if he's selling them. They're going to be expensive, you know, 1,000 gold for an ender pearl. So you're not going to be, like, using it to farm ender pearls. But, yeah, it's not a bad way to get it. Yenny, what are you doing over here? Okay. So, I think, what's his name? Ulif is going to be ready to sell us some more schematics now. So let's head on over here and get to buy those. You can see we've got the blacksmith available. That's 248. That's like 4 stacks of wood plus half a stack of logs. And that means I'm short now. We can get the cafe. So let's do that. And you can see we need, what, another stack and a quarter of stone to get the blacksmith. Animal farm, poultry ranch. I'm short on wood for that, so won't worry about those for now. But that's how you're going to get your initial chickens and cows from Harvest Festival to work. And they're not like vanilla cows where you just give them wheat and they're good and make babies. You got to, like, brush them every day and bring them out of the sun and put them inside when it's raining to make them happy and milk them with this milker. And yeah, it's pretty crazy stuff. Pretty involved. The chickens, you got to feed them and make them happy as well. So let's get him started on the cafe. I was going to put the cafe down at the end of the road here. So it'll be somewhere along here. Where did that schematic go? There it is. Alright. Load it in. This one's up 1 as well when it builds. So I think I want to put it right there. Nope. Move it over a bit. Yeah, that looks good. All right, get going, Yusuf. Get building. Where's my water? I'm so thirsty. All right, let's go see if we have enough hemp now to build what we want to build. Let me get some more cobble cooking really quick. Now, one easy way to cook a big stack of cobble, as you guys probably know, is lava. You can also, if you go to the nether and get some blaze rods, that's another good way. So let me get... why do I keep turning auto jump on? I've got 2 buckets. Let me make 2 more. Got so much iron. Alright. Go get 4 buckets of lava to cook up all that cobble. We could probably cook like a stack and 3/4, I think. That's what it cooks. Dude, why are you over here by the lava? Who are you? Miner, dude, what are you doing? Why are you over here? Go mine! I don't know why he's here, guys. He should not be here. No, dude, get out of there. Come on, come out. Yeah, go back and mine. Okay, we're going to recall him because I am getting really nervous with him there. You can see I have upgraded his shack. Did I show that last time? I can't remember. It's been too long. But we can recall him over here. Maybe not. Every once in a while, the mine colonies bugs out where you can't interact with the inventories or with the people. You just have to restart or log out, log back in. But one thing you remembered I showed is once he's dug down enough, you can tell him to mine out levels. So here I've told him to mine out the 7th level. And so he's gone in and he's started to mine out little shafts, which is really cool. And he puts kind of like the vanilla shaft look in here. But this is, you know, a really good way. You get him down to almost close to bedrock and you can start getting your diamonds. So you probably want to put one at the bottom of the world, one at like level 45-ish, so he's getting you the copper. Copper is really gating in this mod pack. You have to have a lot of copper if you want to get into tech and a lot of the other mods. So if your miner is producing copper for you, that's amazing. But I don't know. He's over there and he doesn't want to come back. One thing the park does give you is some glowstone if you need some. There's some glowstone, some more wool. There's a few other saplings there that maybe you might not have at that point. You can see it's already 6 o'clock. Mobs are going to be spawning again very soon. You don't have a lot of time during the day in the fall, so, and it's even worse in the spring or in the winter. Where's there it is. Okay, put them back in here. And yeah, I just need to finish off that stone and get that in the morning. He should be done with the cafe. Yeah, he's building the cafe right now. Let's go back downstairs then. You always want to do this. You want to do the daytime stuff, get it done, and then come back and do your manual stuff at night. Your mining, your processing, that kind of stuff at nighttime. Either in a house or in the basement. Okay, so I'm going to need multiple stacks of this to get the windmill. So where... we can go straight to a water mill. No, we can't, because we need to be able to power the wood cutter, which cuts these little sidings. So we can't go straight to the water mill. We have to go through the wind-powered first. So again, it's slabs with tough fabric, which is stick around that. Okay. So I don't have enough sticks to really craft, but I'm going to start just hand cranking as long as I can overnight while the mobs are out, and look back in the morning to keep going. Alright guys, morning time. Let's go quickly check out the cafe, see how it looks. It's pretty cool. It's open every day, 9:30 to 5. That is a nice, much nicer hours of operation than some of the other buildings we have. Gonna fix all these trapdoors again, but I'll worry about those later. Inside we've got 2 new NPCs. We first got Granny Caitlin. She doesn't do much. She talks to you, stuff. You do have some nice stuff like some pumpkin pie, some meat, some bread, a few saplings, some cake, some steak. So nice good stuff in here. Cauldron if you need it for some reason. Then you come up here. This one doesn't have like a nice chest to loot, but it's got some okay stuff. Get out of my way. There you go. The other girl, she's in the wall right now, but she's usually standing at this little tabletop here to sell you stuff. And she's going to sell you all of your recipes and get you started with cooking. So we can tell her we don't know what to do. And she's going to say your basic utensil you need is a knife. And that allows you to chop stuff. You can make salads out of lettuce. You can make carrots and other stuff, you know, so different things chop up. But then you also buy like a blender and an oven and a pot and a fridge. There's tons of stuff that she sells. Only sells on the weekends. So you got to come here on Saturday or Sunday to get that stuff. And it's pretty expensive. It's like about $5K a pop maximum. Some of them are cheaper. But then every single day she offers kind of a random assortment of recipes as well. So she's going to give us a recipe book and tells us what to do. We'll worry about that later. That's all on the ground now. That's just wonderful. What can I throw away? Probably birchwood planks, some limestone, some boots. All right, did I pick up everything? Nope, there's still the recipe and the marble. Okay, so our first recipe she gave us, we're going to right-click on it to learn it. And we got the pickled turnip. Cool. And let's look at our recipe book. And in here, it's going to say, here's our utensils. And with each utensil, what can you craft? So right now with our kitchen counter, all we know how to do is the pickled turnip. It's going to take just a turnip. And there'll be a little green checkbox here if we actually have a turnip in our inventory. Then also we have a pot. We know how to craft mushroom stew with any 2 mushrooms. That's pretty cool if we have the pot always. And rabbit stew. That one takes a baked potato, carrot, cooked rabbit, and a mushroom. So a little bit harder to craft. Then you've got beetroot soup in your blender along with flour. So if we take wheat, grind it into flour in the blender, and then we can cook it from that wheat directly into bread using the cauldron there. And then tons of stuff you can make on the stovetop. Basically just cooking stuff. Or in the oven, basically. Cool. Alright, so let's head out of here. We probably won't get full into cooking this playthrough, so you'll have to come and watch my server play, and we'll get into a ton of different recipes that we'll learn. Let's see if Yusuf will sell us the other... Oh, I gotta go get my rest of my stone. Alright, I'm glad the miner's not over there near the lava anymore. What's the builder doing in... Is that the farmer? Alright, that should be enough. Yulif, where are you? There he is. Nope, nope, come back, come back, come back. Alright, we are going to buy now the blacksmith. I don't have inventory room. And I might not have the what I need either for it. That's going to suck. Buy blacksmith. 32 wood. Oh, I have 28. Crap! Stay here, Yulif. Do not go anywhere. Oh, I better have enough wood. Oh, I might not have enough wood. No! I think my hatchet is dull. I need to cook it or sharpen it or whatever. Please don't run away, Yulif. Please don't close for the night. Arrgh. Alright. Hatchet, steel, go. Alright, be back for you, part builder. I have to go cut something down. Not my apple trees. And I probably don't want to cut that giant forest down, so let's just cut one of these smaller trees down. Did we get the 4 we needed? Yes, exactly. Okay. I'm coming, Yulif. Don't close, don't close, don't close. Oh, just in time. Okay. Bye, blacksmith. Got it. Nice. Let's put that maybe behind Yulif. Back here somewhere? No, there's not really enough room. Let's go back here. Yeah, that's a good spot for it. Right in this little area. There we go. Does that look okay? Does to me. How's it look inside? A little grassy, but he'll handle the grass. Get build, Yulif. We'll come back to that one once it is ready. I'm going to need to harvest my sugarcane or I'm going to starve to death. Park is done. Cafe's done. Nice. Look at all the sugarcane we got, too. That's amazing. It all decided to just grow right at once. Sandwich for days. Maybe it cooks better in the rain. I don't know. Or grows better. We're actually missing a few. Okay. 11 sandwiches. That should be good. Oh, and look at all this. We should hire or harvest this as well, because this is all ready to go. I prefer not have to replant, so I'm just harvesting the tops. I don't know what the farmer's doing, because he is not harvesting these peanuts at all. They're all ready to go. I got rid of the watering cans on this one because he seemed to interact with them weird, where he would like get stuck on top of them or something. So I stopped the farmer from having to go into where watering cans were. Go in my gate. Yeah, speaking of peanuts, go get some peanuts, dude. He's going to bed. Okay, sugar. No, that's not going to make sugar. Only 5. What are we missing now? Bread? No, we have bread. Peanut butter. Yeah, okay. There we go. 11 sandwiches. Much good. Much better. Though, I gotta say, hand cranking that thing takes a lot of saturation. So make sure you have a good food supply before you start hand cranking that thing, or you're gonna starve and die. We didn't even get done what I wanted to, but well, it was light. Wow, that was horrible. Over here behind the house, we've got a thing here. And I want to put an gearbox there. And I've got to go like 7 blocks up. So let's see how high we can get it. Maybe there. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I got to go one more. Okay. Now from there, I want it to have a gearbox. No, not there. Oh! Shoot. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Dang it. Well, let's try this again with like pillaring. Okay, so gearbox there, that's actually the right placement on that. Take our axle, put it there, and I'm gonna need a crafting table. I'm just gonna make one because I don't want to go down and get one. Just put one on the wall there, and actually make our windmill. Okay, now the other one thing is if we put this windmill on right now, this gearbox is going to immediately break because it is raining. So we should have a lever ready to go. Oops, there we go. And we're going to disable this gearbox with a redstone signal. So that's now disabled. That makes it safe for now to put a windmill. And of course we're not big enough. Seriously? Like, what's your problem? It's gotta be big enough. I counted 7. Tip, don't work out at night here. There we go. Okay, so apparently it did need to go down one more. That's fine, we can dig this out later. So it looks decent. Well, okay, we're not going to dig it out later. We're going to dig it out now. Perfect. Okay, good enough. So this is now giving power. Obviously, it's turned off, so it's not really going to crank these gearboxes and these axles. But we can put, remember, only 3. We can't put a 4th. 1, 2, oops. 2, 3. Oh, come on. Little sensitive with their placement, are they? We're going to take power down below. So again, here's 3. If I try to put a 4th one on and it actually turns on, that will break off. So I need a gearbox there. But basically we're going to need another gearbox there. Then 1, 2, 3. Then a gearbox. Then 1, 2, 3. And we already get the gearbox down there. So perfect. Put this one here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 axles, 2 gearboxes, and that will be giving power downstairs, which I will go ahead and craft up overnight. Be right back, guys. Alright, guys, it is morning, but it is still raining. So, unfortunately, I cannot turn that the windmill on when it's raining like this. So that is a big bummer. But I can come along here and just flip that switch, and that will send power from the windmill into these gearboxes downstairs. Let's see where that leads to. That's going to bring us down right to kind of where we strip mined over here a little bit, and I've moved all the mills over here. So this is the one that it comes down to. All I have to do is shift click this input upward, and it will be powered by the windmills, and these will all go automatically. I don't have to hand crank anymore, or only have to hand crank in the rain. So the next logical step in progression is to get the saw cutter, or windmill, whatever this thing is, just as called a saw. And that's going to take some iron ingots, some wooden gears, some planks, and then this leather belt. Leather belt is from leather straps. That is from cut leather that has been tanned. Tanned leather, which has been cut again. And that is a cauldron with scoured leather and bark. Look at this process, guys. It's crazy. A millstone of leather. So let's start that process. We need to get a little bit of leather and mill it up to get the harvest no, not the harvest, but the better with mods leather. So let's take like 4. Should be okay for now. And since we conveniently have 4 millstones, this should be pretty quick. Alright, there we go. Got our 4 stuff. We can put this hemp back in. Whatever works like that. Okay, Since it's daytime, I'd like to go look at the blacksmith and see what he's got to offer us. And then we'll continue Better with Mods in the night again. Alright, so one thing the blacksmith does is repair your tools. So I look at my tools. I've got my sickle, which is broken. I've got 2 hoes, which are completely broken. I haven't really used my axe at all. My hammer's almost broken, so we need to get him to repair it. And we'll come in here, and he's actually got some really nice goodies. Oops, go up. You go down. There we go. In his chest, he's going to give you a ton of leather. So if you're stuck for leather, there you go. A little bit of iron and some coal. I think it's kind of a little bit randomized. He's also got 2 iron tools there. He's got a very damaged anvil, so that'll work for a little bit. But you can actually put this anvil... Should I show it? I don't know if I should show this. A stoked crucible back there, and you get 31 iron. It gets out of an anvil. Pretty nice. So you can get tons of iron out of that anvil and recraft it to a full one. Okay, so let's talk to him. I do not know anything yet. He's like, yeah, I'll heal your tools. Also, once you've got 100% on a tool, so you've got experience on it, he'll upgrade it. So it takes one ingot of the same type to repair it, 10 ingots of the next type to upgrade it. So let's see if he's actually open. What's his times? Oops, no, I don't want to give you my gift. When are you open? I forget. Friday through Wednesday, so that is now 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So he is open right now. Let's go get a little bit of ore. Did I keep any in here? No. All right. We'll get some ore for him. We just want the basic ore, whatever that crude ore stuff was that we were mining, to repair some of our tools. Junk ore, that's what it was. He also gave us 10 copper ore just for building his shop, so we could buy some more sprinklers from Eulif using that copper ore. But we could do something else. Okay, so here we go. We're going to have the tool in our hand. So let's upgrade our sickle first. That's one we need right away to harvest that wheat. And we just right-click on him. And he's going to say, come back in a day to collect a repaired tool. He's taken one of our junk ores and a little bit of gold, not too much, for the junk stuff. And he's going to repair it for us. Cool, so we'll come back tomorrow and get that. We'll do the same thing with the hoe and the hammer and any other tools. But once we get one to 100%, which I don't think we have... Oh, goodness. Once we get to one to 100%, then we can upgrade it with that 10 copper. Let's see what else Eulif has, if he's unlocked anything new. Oh, I hate when he teleports. So, he has unlocked the Goddess Pond, which I think was available earlier. The church is now available. Clockmaker. These are kind of like quest places. They could sell you stuff as well. And then nothing really else for them. Once you do the animal farm and the poultry farm, he'll unlock the fishing bait tackle shop, whatever. And then after that, you can get like a fishing hole, which is another good way to put artificial water. The Goddess Pond, if you throw stuff in there, she takes it as a gift. I haven't learned what she does if you give her gifts. What benefits you get out of that, but that's okay. Let's go back to what we were doing with Better with Mods. It's, again, raining, so it kind of sucks. We were doing that tanning, so we needed to get the, let's see, siding, which I don't think... Oh, we did keep some. All right, so I think with birch, was birch the best way to do this? There's one of them that's better than the rest. Yeah, birch you only need 2. Yeah, okay. So we get some birch. So we got 4 tanned leather or scoured leather, whatever. We're going to mix it with 8 birch in the cauldron. And that should tan it up for us. Right? Scoured, turning it into tanned. Then we can cut it with our flint, or not with our flint, with our shears and craft a belt. While that's cooking, I'm going to clear inventory and we'll be right back to continue. Okay, we've got 2 of it cooked up. We'll come back for the other 2. I think we only need 1, really, because we can cut that into 2 of those. And that gets us that, yeah. So we're actually probably only needed 1. We turn that into a belt. There we go. Leather belt. No, you can't wear it. We need to make that into saw. So 3 gears, 3 iron, 2 planks. those. Saw. Alright, now what's different about the saw is you cannot hand crank it. It must have windmill or higher power to work. So that's going to be tricky since it's raining so much. But it also takes power from any way. So let's say, where do I want to put this? I'm going to move this hand crank out of the way. And have, oh man, let's put, move this millstone back there. How do I want to reroute this? Yeah, that's fine. So we're going to put this guy right there. And now, whenever this is actually running, with the windmill powering it, if I put a wooden block here, like oak wood, it's going to craft it into like 6 planks. So you get a benefit. But then if you take the planks and you put them there, it's going to craft them into those sidings, and then moldings, and then corners, and then gears. So this will be the way that we can get tons of gears really easily now. But, yeah. We need to hand crank for now a few more ropes. Put this right here. You get the fabric. I think this is working. Oh no, we gotta switch it. Dang it, because I moved the other thing. There we go. Your hand crank has to be on the input. So guys, I'm going to have to take kind of a long break until we get a clear day without any sun. Or without any rain, we can actually show this working. So I will just kind of do some maintenance and some farming and that kind of stuff until it's a clear sunny day. I'll be right back. Alright guys, check it out. The very next morning, it stopped raining. Well, there are a crazy ton of mobs around here. Don't get in. Please don't get in. Let me just turn on this thing now. So that should now spin those. And everything should go... Ah, get me out of the spider web. Stop poisoning me. Alright, we should be okay. I don't think we're gonna die. I don't think we're gonna die. We might. Poison can't kill me as long as something else doesn't happen. Alright. Anybody down here to kill me? So we can now switch this to straight up. Make sure that actually is straight up. It is. So these should be processing automatically now. Maybe? I don't hear any noise. That's not a good sign. Please, please heal. Huh. Very weird. Maybe because the crank's there? We might have something not set up correctly there. Let's go up there and test that. Okay, I'm over here. I see our problem. This was not set to input. There we go. Alright. So now... Oh, you can hear the crazy noises now. Everything's going. If I was doing a full playthrough, I would probably run a redstone signal from that guy all the way downstairs so I could turn it off and on while I was down there and not have to come up here. But, oh, hello. For now, we'll just leave it like that. Oh, our miner has lost his pick. Well, you haven't been working for like the last 3 or 4 days. Oh, it's probably because it was raining, huh? That's why it was over the lava. Because now this is running, it's super loud. But it's going to run automatically here, so you definitely want something to collect the drops. But there we go, it's done everything for us. And now this guy should be working, so if I get some planks... There, he cuts them up. And again, put them back, and he'll cut them up again. You can see it's real fast, too. And then we'll cut into corners. Okay, and then lastly, with these, we started with, what, 2 planks? You can see they're now cutting into gears. And it doubled every time. So from 2 planks, we got 32 wooden gears. So your gears are now really simple to craft. They're no longer very difficult at all. Your string is all automated. To get your hemp fibers, you just have to mine or farm the hemp itself. But you're good to go to move on further into the mod. And let me show you kind of the other things it offers. If you want a full review, Esk Gaming on YouTube has a kind of a spotlight of the very recent version of Better with Mods. There's a lot of Better with Wolves videos out there, but they're kind of old and some of them are not accurate. So I would check out Esk stuff. But the next thing you want to go for is the watermill, because that one will work not in the rain. And for that one, you're going to need slime balls. You can see you need 8 of these wooden blades, and each wooden blade takes these jungle sidings, which are easy to craft now, a bunch of slime balls, so or glue. But slime balls are going to be probably your easiest way to do it. And after that, you're going to get into crucible crafting, and a kiln, and a hibachi, which takes this hellfire stuff. So you got to filter it. And yeah, you get the nether, and it creates crazy gas noises. So, guys, this mod pack has mod itself has really cool stuff. All eventually, everything you're doing really is working towards your soul forged steel. Because this soul forged steel, once you get that, you can use this to craft a really cool anvil. It allows you to make some really cool stuff. Extra utilities? Oh. I didn't know it was in there. I don't think it's in there. That's not in there anymore. But your soul forged armor is just amazing. You can see it takes a lot of it's a 4x4 crafting grid. But then there's soul forged tools and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's your end goal with better with mods. But there's some other intermediate things that I'll let you find out. But then there's also one other really cool thing. If we look at axles, there's a normal axle we've been using, which again is easier to craft now because you can use moldings. So you still have to use 6 hemp, but you have to use a lot less wood to craft the axle. There's another one here called treated wood axle. That's got 2 treated planks, which is creosote, with that same hemp. What you do with that is you take your axle and you take it out of one of these whatever they call gearboxes, and you put it there, and then you put it right into a kinetic dynamo from Immersive Engineering, and it will actually power this kinetic dynamo between, what were people saying, 7 and 13 RF a tick passively. So it's kind of got like a mod crossover where you can use Better with Wolves, Better with Mods, windmills to power Immersive Engineering machines. It's not going to a ton of power, but hey, there we go, you know? So you don't have to use the Immersive Engineering windmill if you don't want to. Which, I can't even seem to find. Oh, probably need to do an @ sign on there. Can't remember if it's more expensive or less expensive. It's a bunch of treated stuff, a bunch of hemp as well. So you can try to choose, pick either one. Again, one more thing, this will damage you, so be careful. But it can also be used to kill mobs. So if you want to, you know, all those mornings I have all those mobs, I could drop them down right here and have like them sit here and it would kill them for me. That's kind of a cool use of that as well. But it is loud, so I would keep it away from your main base where you're living. There are earmuffs. I don't know. There's something you put on your ears and they don't hear the noise. I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, it comes with that to quiet it down. And with that, guys, I think we've gone as far as I'd like to go. Everything else is just going to change so much. We don't have any of the actual recipes to craft this, so I can't really show you Harvestcraft cooking. But yeah, looking forward to you guys joining us on the public server the end of this week. I'm not sure if it's going to be Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. It'll probably depend on when Grim's ready to launch it. But be looking forward to join his Discord and come hang out with us and play this mod pack. Carrots are done. Sweet. And is this a turnip? That's a beet. Okay. So turnip I was going to show you cooking, but it's not. So, guys, I'll keep this map, and we might return to it eventually, but I'm going to put it on hold for now. We'll be back on the server to start up a fresh playthrough with Esk and show you all the cool stuff about Grimm's pack, which I think is one of the coolest packs out there right now. It's not for everyone, but it's much different than the current, kitchen sink packs, different than all the tech packs, that kind of stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Hit the like button if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. Catch you later. Bye.